Hello iChurchers and welcome to this third tutorial on how to navigate round and edit your iChurch site. Today we're going to be looking at editing a page. Now WordPress, which is what your iChurch site is built on, is very intuitive to use and to edit sites because ultimately the clue is in the name. If you can use Word, Microsoft Word, you can use WordPress. So a lot of the things we're going to be talking through today will hopefully be familiar to you, or at least in some way. But one of the other things that is essential when editing an iChurch site is the understanding of the terms front end and back end. Front end and back end are terms used in website building to define what is on the front. So that is what the general public see. So this is an example of the front end of your site. This is tutorial1urc.org.uk, the tutorial site I'm using to make these videos. This is what the general public, what visitors to your site will see when they go onto your website. You can see at the moment I'm on the What to Expect page, which is under the About section on this particular website. Your website might be structured slightly different, either based on what you think is the best way of structuring your site, or maybe with a bit of input from the iChurch team as well. Or we do have some suggested models of how you might want to structure your pages. This one on tutorial 1 URC is one way, but if you simply change the word the number 1 even, to any other number, 2 up all the way up to 7, then you can see some different examples of what iChurch looks like and what it can offer you. So on this What to Expect page, this is the front end, so the public view. When we're editing our website, we're going to edit on what's called the back end. So this is only the side that we can see. Now you'll see I've got the front end open on one tab, and I've got the back end, and this is the dashboard that we visited in the first two tutorials. We've got this back end on another tab. This is called 2-tab editing, and there's a tutorial on 2-tab editing which I suggest you watch after this one, and that's available on the iChurch site in the top tips section under the resources part of the website. But we're going to look today just at editing a page. So to find all our big list of pages, we simply click Pages here, either on this bar, just where Pages is, or we can click All Pages. It will take us to the same place. So you'll see we've got a list of pages here. We've got a few filters in what pages we want to see. The main filters we want to use is the published, because those are the pages that are, as the word suggests, published. They are visible and viewable by the public. So if we want to find this What to Expect page, we can either scroll down and search for it, and there it is just at the bottom there. It might be on the next page, so that you'll see here that it says one of two pages, so we might have to click the next page to find it. Or we can simply search up in the top right hand corner here for the page we want. So if I wanted to do that, I can type in What to Expect, then click Search Pages, and there it is. First of all, we're going to look at the Quick Edit section. So this Quick Edit section is just a helpful way of looking at your site pages. We've got the site title, and we've got what's called the slug. Now a slug is generated automatically when you create a page, and basically what it means, and again the clue is in the name, is that it's the trail after your website address. So if we were to visit www.tutorial1urc.org.uk/this slug, then we will visit the What to Expect page. And we can see that on this side, on the front end here, that this is the web address we're at the moment. You can change those slugs if you want, but as I say, they are generated automatically. Perhaps if you have a long web page name, for example, on this website, we've got baptisms, weddings, and funerals. You might want to change the slug just to baptisms or something like that. but you can keep the title the same still. We also have the option in the bottom right hand corner here to change the status of our site. We can, if we've already published our page, which most of your pages will be published, then you can unpublish it if you want to make lots of changes to it. So you can click it either to pending review or draft and then click update, and that will remove it from your site whilst you make changes to it. This is a useful feature at times, but you don't necessarily need to do it all the time you're editing your website. You can also keep a page published but make it private, so only to a particular group of people. So you can tick private here, or you can password protect it. So perhaps you might have a page with all of your elders' minutes in. So you could password protect it so that only the password that is given out to your elders, they can access it and nobody else can. Again, I just want to make sure that at the end of any changes I make to this quick edit section, I click update. So now I want to edit the main part of my page. I want to edit what's called the content, the stuff that is on the page. So I'm going to click what to expect, or I can just click edit. You'll see now that I'm beginning to open up my page. And this is where two-tab editing really comes into its own. Because just to give you a brief example of how things are different on the back end from the front end, you will see that a new line begins here after the word past, because we have a picture here as well. This is what it looks like on the back end, but on the front end, you'll see that past is all the way here, and it actually doesn't start a new line until the word a. So we need to use two-tab editing to make sure that the changes we're making on the back end are acceptable and suitable and look okay when we make those changes in the front end. And the video tutorial that Lawrence Moore has done on two-tab editing is really good for explaining that. So when we're editing a page, you'll see we've got all our text here, and we are using what's called the block editor. So our page can be divided into particular blocks, and this is all one block at the moment of text. So it's all within the same block. We can edit this text, as I said earlier, just in the way that we would with Microsoft Word. So we can use our backspace and our spacebar, all the usual things across the top here. We've got bold and italics, we've got bullet points and numbers and different alignments and things like that. So you've got lots of different options there. You can also add pictures. So let's say we wanted to add another picture into our website. We can click Add Media. You'll see we've got lots of different options here. These are all the pictures that we've already uploaded to our site in various places. If I wanted to upload a new file, I could click Upload Files and then select Files, and I can then insert an image from my own computer. If we were to go back to the media library, let's say I wanted to upload this picture of the cross. So I click on the image and then click Insert. Now you'll see at the moment it looks a little strange. And this is, again, as I said, when two-tab editing comes into its own. Because if I kept this as it was and then clicked Update and then went to my other tab and clicked Refresh to reload the changes, you'll see that actually doesn't look too bad at all. So just make sure you're using two-tab editing to your advantage. If I wanted to remove the image, I can simply press the remove button here, or I can press backspace or delete, and that will get rid of the picture. Remembering to click update to save those changes. One of the great things about the block editor is that you can nice and easily add things in. So I'm just going to remove this block for a moment, just so that we can start from scratch. And if we're all the way up at the top here, you'll see we've got our page title, which again we can change. If I wanted to add a new block, I would click the Add Block button. Now the main thing we tend to use for blocks is just text, of course, and so we're just going to either click paragraph, or if it's not here at the top, we can search for it. We click paragraph and up opens a place for us to start typing. I can press enter, and this actually creates a new block straight away. So this is block number 2. There are no lines in between them, so then if I was to click update and click to refresh, we've just got one bit of text after the other. But I can move them above each other by clicking these arrows, and I can also align them left, center, and right, similarly to what we just saw earlier. I can also make links. So if, as on the end of most pages you will see on websites, you can say, want to find out more, click here to get in touch. And that's the classic way of using links, and this is done by this link button here. It looks like a chain. This is how we insert a link, and people will click here, as implied, and be taken to the Contact Us page. So if we wanted to do that, we can either click and drag across the word, or double click on the word and it will select it, and then click link. Now I've got lots of different options here, but you'll see the first thing it's asking us to do is to search. So we can search for our Contact Us page. So I can just type in contact, and you'll see here it is. This is our Contact Us page. So I'm going to click that, and the link is in. You'll see that the link is in because it's now in blue and underlined. So if I was to click update and then go back to my page, I can click here to get in touch, and I'm taken to the Contact Us page. You can also link to external sites as well. So that's another website. I'll use this opportunity to edit a link. So this is another way you can change a link. And instead of typing in a search, I can type in what's called a URL. That's basically a website address. So instead of saying get in touch, maybe I want people to click here for the URC website. So I'm going to click insert link and then type in www.urc.org.uk. And then I can either click enter or press this submit button here, and my link is in. So then if I click update again and then refresh, and I'll just go back to the what to expect page, then we can click here and we're taken to the URC website. So that's how to insert links. I'm going to end this tutorial at this point to be able to break the videos up into bite-sized chunks. So please tune in for the next video, which will look more at other bits of our page that we can edit.